Comcast has been a huge supporter of Wi-Fi, an incredible number of Wi-Fi access points and connectivity points deployed throughout your network.
Yes.
What do you see as being probably the greatest contribution Wi-Fi has made to the industry?
Wi-Fi has been life-changing for both us as an operator and for our consumers. Right now, we've launched a product called XFi last April. Over our average XFi customer has more than 11 devices connected to their network every day, and almost nothing is connected via Ethernet jacks anymore. So Wi-Fi is not just a protocol or a technology, it's a way of life. It's as important to a lot of our customers as air.
What are some of the things that you look to get out, or some of the value you try and deliver through Wi-Fi? Because I mean, there's a lot of Wi-Fi out there, but how is Comcast approaching this?
Wi-Fi is very different things to different people. For us as technologists, it's an opportunity, it's a playground or a gray mass we can continue to improve that technology, improve the protocol, make connectivity better. For consumers, it's a dark amoeba. They really don't understand what's connected to their gateways, they don't understand what's going on in their network, and that leads to confusion and frustration. Our challenge, and what we're talking about here today, is how we help solve that for the consumer and the industry as a whole.
So you were mentioning how consumers really just look at Wi-Fi as something that's there. What do you think their lives would be like if Wi-Fi didn't exist?
I can't even imagine what our lives would be like if Wi-Fi didn't exist. I actually just pulled up my XFi app last night. Neither myself nor my fiance are at home, and over 35 devices are connected to my home network, doing things in my home, turning lights on and off, making sure that the facilities or the house is monitored via the cameras. There's so much going on in Wi-Fi these days that it's almost impossible to imagine our lives, our homes, and our families without Wi-Fi connectivity.
So as someone who really focuses on strategy and how Comcast is going to leverage connectivity, what do you think the future of Wi-Fi is going to look like, whether it's in 2018 or maybe even 5 to 10 years from now?
The future of Wi-Fi is amazingly bright. The technology is continuing to improve. We're continuing to focus with groups like yours on how to make the underlying protocols better. But for the consumer, 2018 is a watershed moment. When we announced at CES last year the promise of XFi, we talked about changing from speeds and feeds, how fast your connection is into the side of the home, to really giving customers an understanding of what's going on, and to define that in 3 terms: speed, coverage, and control. Over the past year, we've delivered on the ability for folks to control what's happening on their network. We've also now delivered a Wi-Fi extension system that's got a cloud-based radio resource manager in it. Advanced technology that used to only exist in small businesses and enterprises that people can put in their homes. And now with speed, we're launching the XFi Advanced Gateway, which really gives multiple gigabit capability within the home. So we think wrapping all of those things together, Wi-Fi's future is very bright.
You know, it's interesting you bring that up because we're seeing some similar trends where the way we view it, it's almost as if the enterprise is making its way into the home now.
Yes.
And many of these practices that have given that great experience in the enterprise, people are going to more and more see those evolving and emerging in their homes. And it's great to see that Comcast is kind of in the forefront of making sure that happens to deliver a great experience.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think the industry as a whole has done a really good job partnering and bringing this technology to the regular consumer.
Comcast deploys an incredible amount of Wi-Fi. I think I heard something like 15 million XFi customers.
Yes.
Now, while I'm a huge fan of Wi-Fi, it works great, it delivers a great experience in the vast majority of scenarios, I have to imagine that you have a lot of experience in some of those areas where there are challenges in delivering the level of experience that you want to deliver. Maybe you could tell me a little bit about how Comcast is tackling that.
Absolutely. Wi-Fi is, for our customers, I mentioned earlier, a lot like air. And the great thing about air is you don't really think about it until it's not there. I'm a scuba diver, so I know this probably as well as anyone. What is important on Wi-Fi is making the invisible visible and really democratizing and giving folks the control over what's happening in their home. Today, you connect a Wi-Fi device to a gateway, and you have no idea whether that device is working well or not well, other than a series of bars that happen to appear on your screen. That's not a true indication of what the connection is. It's not an indication of what that device can actually connect at, nor is it an indication of how your connection to the outside network, the wide area network, is working. So what we're doing with xFi is we're extending that visibility, giving everyone, making the mom and dad the CIO of their home, giving them clear vision. Is their gateway connected to the Comcast network, the Xfinity network? Is the device operating properly in their home? And then what we'll expose this year is how are the individual devices connecting to the gateway themselves. So the best way for us to solve any problems that exist with Wi-Fi is to be crystal clear about what they are, what's causing them, and then we can work together to help solve those problems for our customers.
That's great to hear, and I know that Comcast and other fixed operators have been very active in Wi-Fi Alliance to try and drive that discussion on how we glean better intelligence around how the networks are operating, making them more manageable, delivering better mobility, and ultimately higher performance because of that intelligence that we're able to glean.
Yes, cellular networks are cellular networks, enterprise networks were built on Ethernet, home networks are built on Wi-Fi. So we all have to work together to make that Wi-Fi network be the best network possible.
So in terms of the smart home, what role do you see Wi-Fi playing in delivering on your smart home strategy?
Yeah, so we think the smart home is part of what xFi is all about. As I'd mentioned, there's 3 tenets we believe for the internet business going forward. One is delivering speed. We're the fastest speeds to the most homes. Over 60% of our footprint now has DOCSIS 3.1 with gigabit deployed. We'll complete that in 2018. But coverage, we talked a lot about how we're going to extend the coverage into the few areas of the home the gateway might not get to with the xFi pods. Now control becomes not just pausing devices during dinner time, but integrating and giving customers the ability to control not just a few devices, but potentially hundreds of devices. So what we're announcing is a complete revamp of the Works With program. It used to be a Works With Xfinity Home, which is about 1 million of our customers, just over 1 million that buy our managed security product. They've included automation. We're now bringing automation to all 15 million xFi customers for no additional charge. So what that means is the ability to do simple things like say Xfinity Goodnight into your remote control, have your locks arm, have your security system come on, have your cameras go off in upstairs but on in the garage, make sure that all your lights are dimmed, and turn your TV to The Tonight Show. That's the type of thing that we're able to do with the power of the xFi platform.
So I hear that Comcast has some exciting news that you're announcing today at CES. Maybe you could tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So last year at CES, we announced xFi. Said it was coming, it wasn't launched. In April, we launched it to 10 million homes. It's now available in 15 million homes. What we're announcing today is the expansion of automation. So we're calling this basically automation for all Xfinity customers. So whether you have Xfinity X1, Xfinity Home, Xfinity Mobile, or most importantly Xfinity xFi, we'll be able to bring automation for connected devices, primarily Wi-Fi connected devices, to every home in the Comcast footprint.
What is next for Xfinity Wi-Fi in 2018?
Yeah, Xfinity Wi-Fi, both really great coverage and control in the home, as well as our out-of-home network, which, as you know, is 18 million hotspots now. We're going to continue to focus on improving the out-of-home experience, as well as the in-home experience, continuing to roll out secure SSID out-of-home, so folks can connect to the network and feel more comfortable. And ultimately, throughout this year, you'll see us continue to provide more control and more integration of both the Xfinity Wi-Fi out-of-home and in-home networks.
So Comcast is a huge user of Wi-Fi. How do you view Wi-Fi as helping you deliver smart home connectivity?
So Wi-Fi is the primary network in a home. For when we think about enterprises, we think about core networks, they're wired connections. But for consumers, the way they connect to the internet is wirelessly, and that the majority of that data is going over Wi-Fi. So what we're doing with XFi is we're exposing what's going on in your network. We're helping you to fix the network because no network is perfect, and there are things you can do in your home to make your Wi-Fi experience better, but you need help. You need help understanding what those things are, like simple things, like taking the gateway out of a cabinet and putting it on top, like extending your network with the XFi pods we talked about earlier, but really then connecting all of those devices together and enabling them to work really, really well. That's what Automation for All is about, and that's how we're bringing the smart home together.
Yeah, I'm really excited to hear that because in general, even in Wi-Fi Alliance, there's an incredible focus this coming year on delivering that better experience, giving tools to companies like Comcast. Of course, Comcast has been very involved in a lot of the work going on in Wi-Fi Alliance, but giving industry the tools to deliver that great user experience.
Yeah, I think the best Wi-Fi experience happens by a great push from Wi-Fi Alliance and all of our industry partners, and an amazing pull from consumers. By giving them the tools to understand what's going on in their home, they're going to continue to demand better Wi-Fi experiences, and together, the push and pull really will make the entire Wi-Fi ecosystem better.